Just a quick note of things that I don't, I try not to make eye contact with any of you before the show.
Aware.
I try to keep my head down, do my work.
Yeah.
And I just looked up as this show started and realized that you two are twinning.
We got the same shirt on today.
Machi.
Sort of. Funny you say that. Today we were watching the local news, and two of the women on the local news were wearing blue, and they said the same thing. Oh, did you get the memo? Did you get the memo? You know that. Local news folks love to announce to notice that they are wearing the same color.
It's a much, much bigger deal than I think we would ever ascribe to it.
Yes.
Because we, in our line of work, we have become friendly with people who work in television. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, if two people show up wearing red, you will see a photograph.
Yeah. They'll yes.
Behind the scenes.
Look it
on
up.
social media. Mm-hmm. What? Twins?
Who would have thought?
Both wearing the same color. Here's another thing they do. Today is the 1st of March. All of them. We watched three news programs. I cannot believe it's March. I cannot believe.
What?
Is it March already?
Where does the time go?
Look, the older you get, the more time flies.
It speeds up.
It speeds up. It just does.
Ask Einstein. He knows.
My mother, too. They were similar. My mother used to always say, the older you get, the more quickly time goes. And I'm finding she was absolutely right.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one thing parents are 100% right about.
I think, what do you think it is? Do you fill your life with more stuff to do so the time goes faster? Or are you just aging and it just like, wow.
Well, I think when you're younger, you want time to speed up.
Mm-hmm. I want to grow up.
Because you're like, I want a job that pays this. Mm-hmm. But then when you get older, you're like, oh, man, I really blew through those years, and now time feels like it's flying by, even though it's all the same.
Slow it down.
And there's when you're an adult, you have fewer demarcations. Like in school, there's breaks when you're a student.
And the grade, you're in this grade,
grading
grade.
Period. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's more of a break to it.
That's right. Now it's. I just look at time as quadrants of the burrs, the Aries.
Yeah, see, that's how, and so you start doing things like that when you're older, too. You break down time like that.
Yeah.
I thought you meant slowly go insane. Breaking down months by the last three letters.
Dave and I do
the Aries and the burrs.
And as soon as Dave gets here, Deb will say, we're 6 months from the burrs. That's what
the Aries have ended.
The Aries have ended. And we don't like, Dave and I don't like the Aries. January and February are our least favorite.
Uh-huh.
And we love the burrs. September, October, November, December. You get it?
Mm-hmm.
And today.
Then you get the Aries.
Worst. From best to worst. And I'll always say to Dave, it's 6 months till the burrs, and he'll be, can't come soon enough for me. And
then he'll say, football in 8.5 weeks or something like that.
I think we're 6 months from football. I just did that math calculation in my head.
Real football or that Hall of Fame nonsense?
Real football.
Not preseason.
Not preseason. Well, we're a little more than 6 months.
Because it's early September.
Yes, that's right. So you've got March, April. You all know the count.
May, June.
May, June, July, August. So we're 6 months and 2 weeks from football. We're 5 months from the preseason nonsense that you were talking about. And so Dave and I demarket. And I thought there's a couple of guys in Florida, and they're doing something I almost think Dave and I should do. They're in their 70s, and they've every day they meet at the park. And they used to just meet and gripe about whatever was going on, how terrible things are and this and that. And somebody one day was sitting near them in the park, a younger person, and asked them for some advice on something he was going through. And they said, we can do this all day long. So they put up a table, and it says, free advice while we sit here. And people just come by and ask their opinions on things, and they'll tell you sort of what they would do if they were in your situation. And somebody took a picture of it and put it up on their Instagram, and now people actually go by and they'll give you free advice. And they always say, this might not work. We have no idea.
Sure.
But hey, we're in our 70s. We'll give you the advice. They'll pass the time out there for a couple hours every day. I thought, good day.
Do you think you and Dave can pull that off?
I think we could do that. Well, I mean, we're always whining about something.
Yeah, I was going to say, you guys are, and you're quick to pat yourselves on the back for things.
Yeah, when we do something. Yeah, exactly.
I really thought you were going to say the two guys on the park bench were going to start a podcast.
Well, there you go. Yeah, they could if they knew what they
thought
were
it was going.
They could do that. Yeah, two old guys with free advice. Speaking of patting myself on the back, I did something yesterday in our promotions meeting. I'm pretty
heroic.
You
make the call?
I was pretty proud of it. Yeah. Jeff from Virginia is talking about time and how it goes faster. Jeff, go ahead.
I was just talking to King Biggie there about when I was a kid, and most people at my age, we got off for like a month, 2 months for summer school, you know, as in the summer.
Yeah.
And time as kids thought, well, man, the summer really flew by.
Yes.
But when we was in school, it just drug by.
Yeah, that's right.
As we get older, we realize that the time is still rolling, and we just don't pick up on it as much, but the time is just rolls on when you're not really looking at it.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
And by and large, when you're in the working world, there are variances, of course, but by and large, your work day is often similar.
Same.
You know, you go in, you work, you go in, and then you go home.
It's
you put in your 8, and then you go.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's time. Thank you.
School is a way more variety.
It's segmented, and yes, it's variety. That's right.
And you're hanging out with people. You're learning who you are. You're hanging out with friends for the first time.
You know something else about time is fascinating to me.
Fascinating.
The way you look at time, because you look back and like things that happened to me 30 years ago. It's like seems like yesterday. It's like I remember that so boldly. I mean, so vividly. It's like no time has passed. Yet, when we were in the middle of COVID, I remember somebody said, "Well, we'll have to shut down or wear masks for 2 years so that we can get on with our lives." And that seemed like an eternity. It's like, God, 2 years of this. And now you look back, it's like, well, that's gone. It's you just blow through things. Time. It's so fascinating. And don't think for a minute I don't have the things to look forward to in March.
Oh,
I do that.
We should have saved what was in February and see how we did on those.
Did I actually? We'll do that.
Well, I see another Black History Month has passed without much from you.
Okay, unfair. You weren't here for part of the month. Maybe we did. Maybe we zeroed
full bore.
Okay, maybe I went all in on it.
No, I kept up.
And not to pat ourselves on the back, but as Kelly mentioned earlier, we do watch a number of national and local news programs.
Yep.
And one of them has been saluting Black History Month during the month of February. Now, they start late.
This is so so predictable. They started on about the 4th or 5th of February.
Oh, God, it's here. Where are those videos? I thought you had them. And as we predicted yesterday, on the final day of February, Black History Month, I said, we're going to see these tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right.
We're going to see the salute to Black History Month again.
They won't remember that.
To pull them from the schedule.
I'm thinking March 3rd. They get 2 more days of it.
Right.
And then wait a minute.
Close out the week.
Wait a minute. It's not. It's no longer February. It's like it says like saluting Black History Month, and it plays some music like and we hear it come on, and Chris Demm said yesterday, do you think that'll be on tomorrow? And I said, absolutely. Yeah. Because nobody does. They don't keep up with stuff like that on the news. And then the other thing, there's another local station to salute Black History Month, kept talking to white people about what's great about Black History Month. And
it was touching.
Yeah, all these white guys are like, oh, man, it's such a big deal. Yes. When I did the things to look forward to in February 1 month ago, it was pointed out I did not put Black History Month on there. Let's see how we do in March. We'll look at that.
Well, March is easier because you've got tournament basketball.
That's one of them.
Patrick's Day.
That's one of them. These are all the things to look forward to.
Which means we get to roll out the leprechaun.
The leprechaun will be back. That's right. The leprechaun.
It's really one of my favorite parts of the month.
March 17th. That'll be great. Oh, that's going to be so much fun. That's 16 days from now. Also, we have daylight savings time.
Oh, yeah.
Starting on March 12th. So that is 11 days from now. And there is a chance we will never fall back again. We're springing forward on March 12th. It's possible, because the Senate has passed the Sunshine Protection Act last year. I was in favor of it.
Dumbest bill name ever.
The Sunshine Protection Act, sponsored by Senator Rubio of Florida, who, of course, loves the sunshine. And I was all in on this. I said, yes, let's do it. The others were not. They said, no, let's keep it like it is. And he passed it through the Senate. The House needs to sign off on it, and President Biden needs to sign it. And they're hoping, at least at that time, they were hoping to get it done before the fall this year. So this may be our permanent time when we spring forward later this month. Possible. Possible. I don't know. But you know how slowly that moves, you know. Other things to look forward to in March. Oscars, also March 12th. Okay. All right. Okay. We're not.
Remember when we used to watch movies?
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah. Well, I just think the Oscars now I'm just waiting for them to move to a streaming service. I think they're just going to they'll still be around, but it'll almost be like the SAG Awards.
You think?
That just people just don't care.
But do you think that even as the ratings on the Oscars continue to go down and erode, that they still are pretty big, and so ABC does want to air them and make a big deal?
They'll hang around, but Biggie could very well be right.
Because you're right. All the other award shows like SAG and all the others, you're just like, oh, okay.
They still do the Grammys.
They do. And what is the one?
I guess the Emmys, right?
And the precursor to the Oscars, Golden Globes.
Golden Globes.
Well, they went away.
They went away.
They're back.
They had a controversy, and then they came back.
But remember, the thing was, it was basically look how low the ratings were on.
I know.
And that's what they'll do with the Oscars. We know the Oscars the ratings are going to be low.
Yeah.
And the next day it'll be, look how low they were.
But sometimes, okay, this year, one of the biggest movies of the year is nominated for Best Picture, Top Gun Maverick. Mm-hmm. So might it pick up?
Sometimes there's an uptick when there's a popular movie up.
Black Panther was nominated once, and I think that ticked it up. When the movies are not well known, and most of them aren't, except for Top Gun.
Let's be honest, Top Gun's not winning anything.
I think it's going to win Best Picture.
You think so?
I heard it was the odds-on favorite a month ago. Now,
Who told you that?
I read it, Variety. Variety said the odds-on favorite.
I mean, I would love it, but normally what we see is, it's what'll win is that movie no one saw that was on Netflix or something.
Yeah, I know. I know. But I mean, I have no idea. It's the only one I've seen. I saw Elvis, and I saw that. And I'm cheering so hard for Tom Cruise and for Top Gun Maverick because I'm just such a fan of the whole franchise. And I absolutely love this movie. I've seen it 3 times.
3.
Maybe more. I've seen it because I saw it once.
Yeah, impaired.
Impaired. Okay, I was impaired the first time I saw it. Mm-hmm. And I have to tell you, it was a lot better the second time I saw it when I was straight on. When I could really pay attention to it, it was even better. And then I got home and bought it and watched it the moment I could on the streaming service. And so I've seen it probably 5 times, and I'll probably watch it again before Oscars.
Look, I don't want to poo-poo. I have not seen the film, so I can't stand in judgment of it. But people that we know in the movie field have said that the plot is ludicrous. Correct? Including respected film critics.
If you want to take their... If
that's going to win over, Everything Everywhere All at Once, which seems to be the odds-on favorite.
But I've heard that's a mess.
It's a mess. I didn't love it.
I've heard a lot of people say that's a mess that you can't. But it does. Now that movie has won a bunch of awards.
Yes, so it's won all the lead-ups.
The moment after everything was nominated, I read in Variety, Top Gun Maverick is the odds-on favorite. But since then, the Everything, Everywhere, All at Once has won a bunch of stuff. So I'm going to probably say that's going to win. I'm cheering like crazy for the little guy that could, Mr. Tom Cruise.
Who to raise a little golden statuette.
To finally, get his just rewards and get that Oscar.
Was Cruise a producer of the film? Because if it wins, I think maybe the stars will go up. But usually it's just a producer.
Well,
right?
But he is a producer. Okay. In fact, he's like the thing behind this movie. And I know he's been at all the lunches and galas. He met with Jamie Lee Curtis, is she in Everything, Everywhere, All at Once?
Yes.
Okay. And both of them, I saw this story. They saw each other at a lunch, and I guess it's the first time he's been at this because he's a producer of the movie nominated for Best Picture. And she was there because she's nominated for Best Supporting Actress. Is that right? And both of them said, my God, can you believe we're here? And she goes, 3 years ago, I was doing yogurt commercials for yogurt that made you poop. And she's shocked that she was now in a movie that was nominated for Best Picture.
I think she's still doing those commercials. What is she knocking her Activia work for?
I don't know. She's done. I think she's done good work. Halloween.
Yeah. I mean, I guess she's saying, she didn't. A little bit of a career resurgence. But,
she never thought she'd be at the Oscars, is what she said.
But I don't think it's right to slam Activia.
Oh, I agree.
They were there for her when no one else was.
I agree.
Right?
I agree. Yeah. Yes. What I was like,
If I'm telling you right now, if I was Activia, I'd be in her face.
Oh, you don't want the free yogurt anymore?
Listen, we were there when no one else was, okay? And get up there and call us poop yogurt.
Yeah. Your phone rang then.
How dare you? How dare you say something like that?
Maybe you've seen this too in the past week. It's one of the bigger entertainment headlines is that, Chris Rock is ready to talk about the Oscar slap. It's like, dude, it's been a year.
It's too late.
I know he's doing a Netflix special. I guess his first Netflix special and all new material. And it's supposedly live. Do you see that?
Oh, no, I didn't realize
it's
that.
It's not the first time it'll be on will be the first time it's happened.
Oh, I see. Well, that's interesting.
Which is kind of cool. But they say he's finally ready to talk about the slap. It's like, bruh.
Do you think ABC went to him and said, let's talk about it so we can get some interest built up for the Oscars? Or was that on his own?
I don't think ABC wants anything to do with.
Oh, you don't? I thought they would want that kind of talk to build buzz around what could possibly happen this year. Biggie, you missed this. You were not here. I reported it a week and a half ago. The Oscars have a crisis team at the ready in case somebody else gets slapped or something else happens like that. They'll rush onto the stage because last year they were caught, like
a little flat-footed,
looking around. Yeah, to say the least, they were flat-footed.
But it's never happened before.
No, that's true.
I mean, are they going to slap the guy a Short Round from Everything Everywhere?
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't.
I like that guy. I really like Short Round.
Mm-hmm.
He was so awesome, and he was Data in Goonies, which I haven't seen. But Short Round is what I knew him from Temple of Doom, and now he's nominated. He's win. I think he's going to win.
He's won a couple of awards.
I think he's going to win for Everything Everywhere All at Once. Now I'm off on the Oscars, but he was saying that it was such a dream to play. Do you know how he got that role in Temple of Doom? His brother was auditioning for it, and as his brother auditioned, he would pull him aside and say, do it this way and do it that way. And Steven Spielberg said, why don't you try it?
Was he about 11 at the time?
Mm-hmm. He was 11. And he said, you want me to try it? He wasn't an actor. And Spielberg and the others said, yeah, you try it. And they picked him out of 6,000 people that went for that role, and he wasn't going to go for it. And immediately he got the Goonies role, and a lot of others came in after that, and then completely dried up. And he said, I was totally typecast as Short Round or Data from
Could be worse.
Goonies.
Could have been the brother.
Yeah, that brother got.
His brother doesn't speak to him anymore. His brother,
I wouldn't either.
He hates him.
Yeah,
I should have been me. How does it feel to be me?
I mean, his whole life.
Short Round.
Short Round, his whole life. And now he's grown up and is nominated and probably going to win the Oscar for that movie. That's right. And I haven't seen that movie. I only seen two, Elvis and Top Gun.
I think the Elvis guy will probably win actor.
He wins.
Yeah.
I agree.
What I've heard about that movie is you won't understand it.
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Yeah, that it's all over the place. It's the movie to me that I think people lie about understanding.
If they think they
I tried to watch it. My friend West Coast Bob dug it.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, but it's just kind of a time travel and like time continuum, space-time continuum. Like if you make this decision, your life is this way. But it's infinite and it's just a mess.
I'm not going to watch that. I'm not going to watch that because of what you just said. I'm not going to pretend.
Not you. Don't.
I can't pretend anymore. I've pretended to like movies for 35 years, and I just
You're Top Gun Maverick.
I'm Top Gun.
Yeah,
that's right.
You're the guy that gets excited when he welcomes you back to the theaters.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I was like,
I just want handsome Americans to blow stuff up.
please.
With an unnamed enemy.
Oh yes.
Is that too much to
when
ask?
Tom Cruise came on the screen and he's like, "Thank you for coming back to the theater," I said, "You're welcome, Tom. You're welcome."
Oh yes,
I'm here for you, Tom. Oh, I want it to win so bad. If it doesn't win, I'll be devastated. That Top Gun, but I think I'm sliding over to the camp that other one. Everything is going to win the thing. Okay, that's there's more to look forward to in March. March Madness. All right, is back. That'll be a mess too. My team won't even be in the darn thing. I don't think. Maybe. They have to.
They're getting hot here late. It seems.
That's what they did last year, but I don't know. They need to beat Duke, and I can't imagine. I don't
at
know.
Home. We'll see.
Maybe. Some movies are opening: Creed 3 and Scream 6 this month. If you're interested in either of those, I'm not going to see either.
I didn't see Creed 2. Scream. The last Scream they did last year, the year before, that was all right. Yeah. But I don't think I'll be rushing out to see this one. This one's moving to New York City, by the way.
And Nev Campbell's not back, is she? Is she back for this one?
I don't know. I just saw the big tagline is, moving coast.
Oh.
Like, the kids that survived last time, it's time to head off to the East Coast for college, and guess who follows?
Oh, the Scream Ghostface will follow. And on television, Season 3 of The Mandalorian breaks today. It's
I'm
streaming.
pumped as soon as I'm home.
I'm pumped too, although
You're now 2.5 seasons
I'm 2.5
behind.
seasons behind because of something
Yeah.
Chris Demm said to me while I was down. I had COVID, and Chris Demm said, "This is child's play," and I have.
I mean, it is a unbelievable hit series that everyone loves,
know.
and you're letting one man stand in your way.
I know.
It looks like a children's show.
That's right.
Look, and you just stay how you are while the rest of us enjoy it. It's the best thing Star Wars and Disney have ever done.
I've ever done. Succession, the final season at the end of the month, March 26th. And Ted Lasso, March 15th.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the big ones that are back. And it's St. Patrick's Day this month. So there you are.
On a Friday, so people will get their drunk on.
My daughter will be celebrating Ranch Dressing Day on the 10th of March. And Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, is National Cereal Day. All of these things are.
I don't eat it anymore, but I sure have eaten my share.
Oh, yeah, of course. Mm-hmm. And Crunchy Taco Day is the 21st of March. All these things. You see how
I wait for soft taco day.
Okay.
I prefer a soft taco.
Okay, it's a much better delivery device.
Yeah, it really
It
is.
stays together better, doesn't it?